father has an announcement to make.
Today they announced a new director of advertising, and it's me.
Way to go, Dad. Congrats. Of course, now I can get the new iPhone.
Don't be such an ingrate. That's fantastic, Dad. Congratulations. You've worked hard to get it.
Thanks, hon.
Yes, a lot of really long hours and weekends. We're really proud of you, Rob.
We've all sacrificed. Personally, I've missed too many sporting events, concerts, choir performances, and I promised to start making them all, right after we moved to Minneapolis.
That's wonderful.
The jobs in Minnesota, we talked about this.
I'm sure we did.
I guess I didn't give it any thought that we'd have to move. Whatever.
Not moving.
Well, of course we'll finish.
I said I'm not moving. Dad, it's great you got the promotion and all, but you can't just expect us to pick up and move.
See, this is upsetting you, but remember, we don't have to cheer for the Vikings. We don't have a choice. We're moving as a family.
Well, count me out of this family.
Do you all feel this way?
They have a tennis team, right?
Yeah, they took third in state last year.
They have a drama club?
A very good one.
They have a lot of attractive ladies, right?
Goes without saying.
Then I'm good.
And how about you, Rogue?
Yes, Rogue, how do you feel about moving?
You'll do what you think is right, and I'll have to go along with it. That's the way it is.
Great pizza, Dad. And, great job on the promotion, Dad.
Well, that went well.
Is anybody home?
I'm in the dining room. Hey.
Must be 100 degrees below zero out there. Man, why would anyone want to live in Wisconsin?
It's a balmy 20 degrees, if you must know. And you grew up here, remember?
Well, my blood is LA adapted. Ugh. There is 65. Feels cold to me these days.
How was your flight?
I hate flying. I always get pulled over for a hands-on search.
That's what you get for being such an attractive woman.
What does that have to do with being searched?
That's their way of getting to know you a little better, touch you a little bit, maybe get your phone number. Speaking, how's Bernie?
Oh, you know Bernie. He's ever the worrywart, Mr. Organized. He's afraid of what might happen.
Afraid of what?
Afraid of me going to prison. He's even looking into the visiting hours at Tachita Prison.
You're not going to prison.
How do you know? We are committing a felony.
If anyone goes to prison, it'll be me. No one else is going to prison. That's fine.
Well, how does Roxy feel about it?
She took the kids to visit her folks. She's mad as hell. Thinks that we're crazy.
Well, maybe we are. You know, are you still really sure that you want to go through with this?
Without a doubt. It's the right thing to do.
I'll be honest, on the flight down here, I was really hoping that this whole thing would just go away.
You know, it's not going to go away. It's only going to get worse.
I know, but you know, committing a felony to solve a problem seems a little bit extreme.
We've been through this. Can you think of an alternative?
You know, that's the same question that I asked Bernie.
And?
Well, he still thinks that we're nuts. He thinks we're like Bonnie and Clyde.
We're not robbing banks here.
Yeah, but we might be robbing something even worse.
You want to put guilt on yourself? Go ahead. But don't put guilt on me. I've been through this 1,000 times, and it's the only thing I can come up with. It's the only solution. Felony or no felony.
Well, you know, I'm not trying to put guilt on you, Greg. I want to make sure that this is the right thing.
It's the only thing. Besides, we're just following instructions. Now, let's change the subject. Tell me one of your funny Bernie stories.
Oh, okay, so this is a couple of weeks ago. We go to this place called the Burger Haven. It's got the best burgers in Burbank. They're delicious. So it's one of these restaurants that's like out of the 60s. They've got like wide open spaces and tables, and then they've got posters on the wall with like music, bands and things like that. So Bernie has this really bad day at work. And so we order some martinis. And then we order our burgers. We're sitting at the table, and Bernie is, you know how he likes to fidget all the time? Yeah, so he takes his ketchup bottle, and he squeezes the ketchup till the ketchup gets to the top, and then he lets it back down just before it comes out. And he keeps doing it, up and down, up and down. So we're talking. I'm not really paying attention to him. Well, he must have got a little out of sync with his squeezing and letting go, because unbeknownst to me, the ketchup, he squeezes it, it shoots a stream of ketchup over his shoulder. Well, he then right away quickly scoots that ketchup right over to me. Well, we're sitting there, and this man in a very expensive gray suit with a big splotch of ketchup on the lapel comes over to our table and says, "I hope you plan on paying for the dry cleaning on my suit." And Bernie looks at me and says, "Well, of course she does. She likes to fidget all the time." And then tells them, "Don't worry, just let the waitress know that we'll be picking up your tab." I was so embarrassed. Oh, I have to say, Bernie was just sitting there, streams of tears rolling down his face because he was laughing so hard.
That sounds like Bernie. That's a good story, all right.
Yeah, you know, it feels really good to just laugh again.
Don't worry. We'll laugh again. I promise.
How was school?
Pretty good. Jacob Newman got sent to the principal's office.
What did he do?
Well, this is gross.
I think I can handle it.
Okay, don't say I didn't warn you. We were in line for lunch. It was Mary Violet, then me, then Jacob. Jacob reached around me and tapped Mary on the shoulder and said, "Hey Mary, you have to understand that Mary is one of the prettiest and nicest girls in our school." She turned around smiling and said, "What?" Jacob proceeded to stick his finger in his nose, pulling out a large green booger, and wiped it on Mary's shirt. She started screaming. The girl in front of her turned around and saw what happened, and she started screaming. Pretty soon, every girl in the lunchroom was screaming.
That is terrible. Why would he do such a thing?
That's what I was wondering. When I saw him after school, I went up to him and asked him.
What did he say?
First, he turned real red. Then he said, "Because I really like her." Crazy, huh?
Well, really immature for sure.
Mom, why do girls bully other girls?
There are a lot of reasons. They see the girl differently than them, maybe overweight or too skinny, or the bully sees the girl has or does something that the bully is jealous of. Maybe it's someone who won't fight back, or someone who dresses differently. Why do you ask? You being bullied.
No. Someone bullying me, I just smack them.
Don't think that's the solution you're looking for.
I know, you don't go around smacking girls. You taught me that. Did Dad ever hit you?
What happened between your dad and me stays with him and me.
You always say that.
Yes, and I will continue to do so until you stop asking. Now let's get back to this bullying. Is it someone you know?
I'm not sure she's being bullied, but I think so.
Well, if you do find out she's being bullied, don't join in or just watch.
I wouldn't do that.
I know, but stop any rumors about her and stand up for her.
I would do that in a minute.
I know. Tell her that. And give her your support.
Should I just come out and ask her if she's being bullied?
You can do that, but remember that most people who are being bullied do not admit they are being bullied.
Why not?
They feel that it's their fault, that they deserve it.
Thanks, Mom. You're pretty smart. For an old person.
Gee, thanks for the compliment.
No problem. Can I have something to eat?
Sure, how about some grapes or an apple?
I was thinking more on the line of Cheetos or chips.
An apple it will be.